Good morning, welcome back to the channel, guys. Today we have head out to a new destination after a very long time. So, almost after a gap of 3 months, we are now in search of our new destination. We decided that we would go to Avalabetta. Avalabetta in Chikballapur district offers a charming view of the countryside with hills, valleys, lakes, and trees. And what could be more better in this season? About 90 kilometers from Bangalore, you will reach Avalabetta. The road conditions are good except for last few kilometers where you will have to go through a village road. At this point, we decided to have some hot chai and some fruits before we start the climb. You can park your vehicle at the base of the hilltop and hike roughly 2 kilometers in order to reach the first temple or the lower temple. You can alternatively use the concrete road or the stairs to reach the hilltop. The trek is easy to moderate depending on your fitness level. I strongly recommend you to reach the base of the hilltop as early as possible, preferably between 7 to 8 am in order to avoid harsh sun rays. I also would suggest you to carry ample amount of water and food and something for saving yourself from the sun rays. Be careful, there are a lot of monkeys that you can see around, so whenever you're carrying your eatables or water bottles, ensure you put them in your bag. Going back to some mythological connection, Avalabetta or Avalakunda is interesting. When the ocean was churned by the gods and demons, that's during the Samudra Manthana, many creations, both good and bad, surfaced. One of them was the holy cow, and it is believed that they have landed here. The supposed hoof marks of the cow can be found on the rock till date. In the later years, large number of cows frequented this hill, which gave the name as Dhenugiri. Dhenu as in cow, Giri as in mountain. The hill houses the Lakshmi Narasimha temple, and the villagers take great pride in offering the first milk of their cattle to the deity worshipped here. The place also offers a lot of opportunities for climbing, bird watching, or learning about a rock. We chose to trek through the actual rocky terrain because we wanted to experience the raw feeling of the forest. But alternatively, when I inquired about other things, there was also a trail which was a concrete road. And thanks to the local government, some amount of construction has taken place, which makes the hike a relatively easy one if you take the concrete road. The State Forest Department of Karnataka has taken the initiative to maintain this place and also built a guest house here. After climbing a certain height, when you look back, you start seeing a lot of mesmerizing views of the surrounding mountains, and as you climb up, the views start getting more mesmerizing. Now, the well-laid steps had vanished and there was some water trail, and the path was getting narrower and narrower, and all that we could hear around was the screaming monkeys. At this point, we were stunned looking at the view. It was Rocky Mountain on one side, and on the other side it was the cloud covered peaks. There was a lot of wildlife we could see. People said there were some bears around, so we were asked to be careful and watchful. However, there were a lot of aggressive monkeys. In fact, one of our boxes which had fruit was actually snatched away by monkeys at one point. So there were monkeys, a lot of different birds, a lot of reptiles that we could see around, apart from those amazing views. So we actually took a diversion at this point. So we saw an old mandap there. So we wanted to go there and do some photography and then explore what's there. So this was just at the level where there was a government guest house. So after spending some time here, it was now that we complete the second half of our trek. So At this point, you can see this board which is the way to the Lakshmi Narasimha temple on the top, and that's where there are two routes. One, you go to the beak shaped viewpoint, and the other one is at the top of the peak. This leg of the hike becomes steeper, though there are well laid steps, but then they are very steep. So these would be approximately around 150 stairs, but then definitely they will tire you. There we are, and that's the Narasimha temple. And on the right side, if you go, you reach the beak shaped viewpoint, and we chose to go to the left and climb furthermore to enjoy these amazing views on the hilltop. There's a small pond that you can see there, and these amazing views. There's nothing to do here except for sitting and getting soaked in these amazing and mesmerizing views here. I mean, but that's what it is all about. Getting yourself closer to nature is the best enjoyment you can have. While we enjoyed in real, I want you all to enjoy some time lapse that we took, and this is how mesmerizing it was. At this point, we decided to go to the second viewpoint, for which most of them come to Avalabetta, the beak-shaped mesmerizing view. So here you go. This is the view. This is a restricted viewpoint, so the forest department have actually closed this down because there are a lot of cracks which have been there on the rock, and it's dangerous. So I insist, whenever you visit here, have a look at it from a faraway place. And do not get in there, so that could be there for a lot of other people to go have a look at least, than getting it banned completely. At this point, it was time for us to get back and head to our next destination. Curious to know where we were heading? We were heading to a place called Bhairasagara Lake. Bhairasagara Lake, or the Gudivande Lake, is a very large lake which is just at the foothills of Gudivande Fort. You will see us covering Gudivande Fort and Lepakshi in the coming episodes. So stay tuned for next week. Have a look at this view of this lake. And as always, we were carrying our food, and we decided to have our food for the day next to this beautiful lake. If you watched till here, do not forget to like, share and subscribe. Until next time, it's me, Nikhil, signing off.